Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to the fourth round of the 2016 ACE Championship here at Thrustmaster SimRacing League. So as I said, it's the fourth round. We're driving today around Montreal. Of course, everyone knows it. Canada, a classic venue, of course. Has been changing a little bit the layout over the couple of years it has been in Formula 1. Not lately though, but for example in the 90s there were some different layouts available for this track. But we are not in the 90s, we are in 2016 and we are at Formula Sim Racing as I have said before. So currently we're still in the practice, something a little bit unusual for you guys because usually we start off with the broadcast as soon as Q1 starts basically, or a little bit later than that, but not today though because there has been a slight issue with the server a few seconds ago, but I think we are all settled and ready to go for the qualifying session, the first qualifying session of course, in about, what is it, I think 2 minutes, a little bit less than that maybe even. So we'll see what the drivers can do of course, but their target for that first qualification session is of course to get into the top 10 and advance to Q2. And in fact Dejan Kostadinov, I think our race director, just said that we will go to Q1. So today Chris de Jong does not join me for the commentary. That is something which he has done for the first 3 rounds, but not today as I said before, because maybe you see him on the screen right now. He is waiting on the pit exit, but hey, he is driving a different car. Yes, he is indeed. People who watch FSR quite often will notice that he is in a different car, and it says on the sidepod, it says naked. So what is this all about? Well, basically a little bit of a short summary about de Jong. De Jong has set up his own team called Naked GP. He is the only driver as far as I know. And so he's also the team owner, team principal. He is everything. When you say Naked GP, you say Chris de Jong as well. Basically, he switched to that team, set up the team after he was driving for Networks, of course. And according to sources, which is de Jong himself, he got kicked out of Networks and therefore set up his own team. But what he also has done, excuse me, by setting up his new team is promote to another division, so to say, to jump up into the Ace division instead of being in Pro, which he was before, of course. So this will be de Jong's first race in Ace. He drove in Ace last year as well, I believe. But yeah, again, de Jong in Ace. And what is also a little bit of an interesting fact about the driver's perspective is that Partington isn't here anymore. Partington, of course, who was able to pressure championship leader Alvaro Torres quite often over the course of this season. In the first couple of rounds, for example, where Partington was on pole in Albert Park, won in Bahrain after also starting from pole. So obviously it's a bit of a miss in this series, because he was usually a guy who took up the challenge to Torres, but I think for Partington himself, he has stepped up too into WC, the World Championship, which will take place tomorrow, of course, as well. So there is that. So a little bit of a inter-team. Inter-team is really the right term. Just a few driver swaps really is what I'm looking for here. By the way, Felix van Delft may join us soon for the commentary as well. So in that case, I wouldn't have to do it all alone after de Jong is obviously gone. What you may notice, by the way, in the qualifying session is that a lot of engines are smoking, and this is due to the low radiator size. And then people who have watched FSR before, the rounds before this round, will notice, wait, the engines weren't smoking before, so why are they actually smoking in Montreal? Is the ambient temperature that much hotter, or what is it? Well, the ambient temperature isn't hotter. In fact, I think it's the lowest we have seen all season. It's currently 10 degrees in Montreal. So yeah, not hot at all. But what is the reason why those engines are smoking? It is simply because, as Chris de Jong made a little bit of a slide, hitting the walls of champions. That's the first time I see someone hitting that, probably not the final time as well. But anyway, continuing on that story, the radiator sizes have gone a little bit down. The reason for that is that Parc Fermé has been disabled for the first qualification session, whereas it was enabled for the first 3 rounds in Q1. So in this session, Q1, we see some drivers going for a low radiator size, therefore damaging the engine, overheating it, generating smoke. but we won't see it for Q2, where Park Vermeulen will be enabled, and that means that the engine radiator size they use in that qualification session, so Q2, will also be carried over through to the race. So that explains that one, as Timo Jarvi just joined the server, making a 22 car grid at the moment. And I doubt there were 22 allocations. Maybe there is someone missing, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that. So 16 more minutes to go in Q1. Of course, I said it before, the top 10 will advance to Q2, so the drivers, their focus will be on the top 10. The cutoff time currently, a 1:16.164 by Christian Buffulmu. He is being followed by Lionel, also with a 1:16.1, so relatively close over there, but we are yet to see times from some people. One of them, of our tours, of course, championship leader Heestebeek, will be interesting to see what he can do today as well. Always a strong factor, especially in the races. And what Mike Partington, which is our cameraman today, is not driving, but he's still doing something at least, which is good. Partington also said that Adam McQuire has moved up, so another driver swap here, with McQuire promoting or moving up from Pro into Ace, which I think is good. It's not only good for him, but also for us, because I think McQuire has got the pace. He has seen that he has showed that in Pro already, and we'll see what he can do in Ace. But of course, he's a rookie, he's a newcomer, and as a rookie, you need to gather experience, and I think he has gathered experience quite well in the first 3 rounds of Pro, and obviously he will take that experience to improve himself. In a rookie year, obviously you're always looking to improve yourself, and I think Adam McQuire is the kind of driver who's able to, as he jumps up into first place actually, there we go. McQuire is one of the drivers, in my opinion, which is an intelligent driver, knows what to do when, and when he makes a mistake, knows how to avoid it for a next race, for example. Paschalis Gerg is also currently on the lap. He is in 4th. Not sure whether he is able to improve, though he is in fact, so 1:15.2 for him. More times are obviously pouring in. Van der Niet is yet to set a lap. Torres still not able to get a lap time in. That's an interesting one. Heestebeek is on the lap. Valke Jarvi is on an out lap. Shatsi Pantel is yet to set a lap time as well. Interesting to see what Heestebeek can do in that Go Speed car. Going to have a little bit of a look at him.
Jeroen, de mic's buzzing.
Better mic? Okay, cool. I'm sorry about that. I just heard that my mic was buzzing a lot. I once again apologize for that. Torres set a lap time, but only enough for 10th place. That's an interesting one. 1:15.8. So the times are definitely dropping. Of course, the rubber builds up more and more as the session progresses. But the good news for Torres is that there are still 13 minutes to go in the session, so plenty of time to improve. But he does have to, or he does need to improve, I mean, because he's in danger right now of not making it into Q2. 6.5 tenths down on Michi Hoyer, who has set a 1:15.1. He's just waiting as well for the first guy to dip under the 15s, so into the 14s. And I'm sure we will see some 14s from these guys. Paschalis Gerges looking good so far on his lap. He has gone purple in the middle sector, personal best in the first sector. Once again we see the engine smoking of Paschalis Gerges. His DRS flap goes open. 2 DRS zones around this track, this is one of them, and the final one. is down the main straight, so the start-finish straight. Once again, DRS will be open for him. Can he improve? 1:15.2 is the time he's looking at. And he goes first. 1:15.0, not yet in the 1:14s, but once again, I think it will come sooner or later. Didn't improve in the final sector, by the way, Paschalis Gerkes, so definitely still plenty of time to find for him. There are so many guys, though, who have got some smoking engines. Will be gone for Q2, I'm sure. Brewer coming across the line, not an improvement for him, he stays third. But what I'm going to look at is Alvaro Torres, because we know that he can do a lot as a championship leader too, of course. But currently in 11th, he has been bunked down to 11th in fact. But on a better lap at the moment. Oh, Torres making a mistake. There's that lap gone for him then. Torres not looking, yeah, I don't know. Of course there are still 10.5 minutes to go, but there are better ways to start your qualifying, that's for sure. And what's interesting as well, on his wheel it says black flag, which doesn't necessarily indicate he has got a black flag and has been disqualified, but it can indicate that he has got a penalty for some reason. Really interesting what's going on with Torres here. A lot of drivers now again starting their lap. Paschalis Gerkes started his lap, but he spun on the exit of the first corner already. In fact, on the entry, I think. Hoyer also on the lap, the German driver for ACR. We have seen ACR being relatively strong in the first rounds of this season already. And it does look like they are in good shape again, judging from the first 10 minutes of qualifying. Hoyer hasn't improved in the first sector, but still, you know, a long way to go, of course. Having said that, Montreal is one of the shortest circuits on the calendar, also with a very short pit lane. That could mean as well that we may see something like a 3, 4, maybe 5 stop in the race. So yeah, you could go for different strategies here for sure. And especially with that shorter pit lane, it can be an advantage to go for more stops than you would usually do. Hoyer has gone purple in the middle sector, so of course looking to improve on that 1:15.1 and attack the time of Paschalis. We'll see what he can do. Will he able to do it? He goes for the first time in the 1:14s. There we go, and well, quite well in the 14s as well. 1:14.845 for the German driver, looking very good and very strong, and in a good shape, of course. So it's ACR ACR first, second. And then we have OFR. But Hoyer setting the pace, of course, right now. 2 tenths up on Paschalis Gerkes, but I'm sure that Paschalis will be able to improve himself too. And Torres is still in 11th. Keeps surprising me, you know, to see that name all the way down into 11th. Not a usual spot for him. He is also on the lap, or is he? No, he's on an out lap. Okay, let's take a look at Alvaro Torres' next lap then. See what's going wrong for him. See what kind of grip he has got on that car. Does it look on rails? Has he really got to fight that car? Yet to find out, of course. Here we go. Let's have a look. DRS, of course, wide open for the straight, braking for the first turn. Down to second gear, trying to hook it up, of course. He does so nicely get on the power here. Bit of oversteer on the exit. I will see plenty of drivers having that in the race, I think, as well. Especially towards the end of the stint, when the rear tires are starting to give up. Nicely through that chicane. This is flat out right-hander, no problems there whatsoever. Once again, a hard braking zone. Very much demanding on the brakes this track is. Once again, a bit of oversteer for Torres, so it really doesn't look like that car is on rails at the moment. He has to fight it quite a lot Once again breaking down, third gear for him, another chicane. Not really hooking up the apex of that left-hander on that chicane. Was quite far. I think he could have taken the curb a little bit more. Slowing it down for the happen, then first gear for him. Some drivers will prefer to take it in second. I'm sure once again on the exit. He seems to struggle for traction. Both in medium speed corners but also low speed corners, because that hairpin didn't look quite nice as well in terms of traction. 343 kilometers an hour for him. Down to second gear and again making a mess of the chicane. 115.8 he is looking for. What is he going to get? 115.7. But still, it's only enough for 12th place for Torres. So yeah, I mean 6 more minutes to go, and the championship leader is in a little bit of a struggle. Cutoff time currently a 1:15.608. It's a time set by Christian Bufumu. I still remember, I think it was Bufumu who said quite a good lap time in Bahrain in the second quali session. I think he started from second or third in Bahrain, I'm not entirely sure. May have been second. So we know that Bufumu was able to set some reasonable pace in quali, but currently finding himself in 10th. Valeriano jumping up into 5th with a 1:15.3. There's not a high chance for rain this afternoon either. About I heard before the race even 0% chance of rain. I'm not sure whether that is entirely true, but yeah, fact is that there isn't a high chance of rain. So most likely we will not see it. Ambient temperature is still about 10 degrees. In fact, it has climbed. So right now it's 11. But Hoyer's still the only one who has been able to set a 1:14. Looking good so far is the German. The cutoff time has been improved to a 1:15.5 now, Ernesto De Angelis being the guy in the cutoff point. So with 3 more minutes to go, a little bit over it, we've got again a lot of drivers going to set their lap times. It's a continuous flow really, where drivers are doing an outlap all at once, and then once again they are all setting a lap at once. Hoyer and Paschalis are the only guys in the pit lane though, so does Lionel and De Jong and Toussé, and that's it. Daniel Brewer coming across the line now to start his lap time. Adam McQuire behind that on the lap time. Just gone through the second sector. Through the final chicane. Again a smoking engine for him too. He does improve, up to second, 1:15.0. Brewer has gone purple in the meantime though in that first sector, so that is good for him. Viktor Ivanov goes out of his way, that is very nice to see. Braking for the hairpin, hard braking on in, he locks the rears probably. Spins out, ooh, almost takes Viktor Ivanov with him. Careful there. And parks his car, but that's a shame for him because he was looking better on that lap. We'll be able to set another one though, that's for sure. 2 more minutes to go, but he can only do 1 more lap. I'm sure that the top 4 who's currently staying in the pit is going to do 1 more run. Not necessarily because they need it, I mean they are in the top 10 and will go to Q2 without any doubt unless a miracle happens. But still, it's nice to try to improve and try to put some pressure perhaps on Hoyer for Q2, because currently Hoyer is looking quite nice. I said it before. Victor Ivanov was on the lap. He spun though. So Ivanov is done in 9th place. Is that going to be enough? That's the question. De Angelis is on an outlap. Torres on an outlap. See, this is what I mean. Timo Vargjarvi on an outlap. All those guys are currently on an outlap. We'll set one more lap soon though. Starting off with, I think, De Angelis. But De Angelis is, of course, in the top 10 already. So it's up to Torres. It's totally up to Torres to improve himself, get into the top 10. And perhaps knock De Angelis out of the top 10. Of course, I think Victor Ivanov isn't safe yet either. He's, in fact, yeah, he has got time to do another lap. So it's all to play for. And Hoyer is the only one who stays in the pit lane. So Hoyer doesn't go out again. So De Angelis just started his lap. Smooth and very stable on the exit of the first couple of corners. Through the first chicane. Very nice. Hard on the power. Hugging the apex. And again you have to hug the apex. Don't go completely retard there though and take the inside curb. We have seen in AMA this afternoon already as well. That drivers will take too much of the inside curb there. Will get spun around. That's something, of course, you don't want to get. Picking up a little bit of understeer does De Angelis through the previous chicane, turns 8 and 9. This hairpin is turn 10. Has to go well for De Angelis, but it doesn't. So many drivers are cocking up the hairpin. So does De Angelis, and Torres is done. Torres is absolutely done. There's no way Torres is still going to improve. He has been reset back to pit lane. Timo Vargjarvi then, can he improve and spoil the party of De Angelis? The answer to that is no. Timo Vargjarvi stays on the 115.6. Van der Niet behind that as well on the lap. He has just gone through the first sector. Not an improvement for him though. And he in fact abandons his lap. So Leitner then also on the lap and Toussaint. But those guys need to make up about 3 tenths in order to move up into the top 10. Can Norbert Leitner do it? I don't think so. No, doesn't look like it. Leitner hasn't improved. Neither in the first sector, neither in the second one. Nor in the second one, apologies. But maybe he can cut the hair or cut the chicane here to get into the top 10. But of course, it is not allowed and of course he doesn't do so. Can he still improve though? Maybe climb up a spot? No. And that's it. That is Q1 over. So nobody in the end will really improve there. That is something which I find quite interesting. So many drivers were going to set their final laps all at once, but yeah, nobody really improved. And neither Torres. Come on, you know, Torres, the championship leader, is out of Q1 already. 115.6, missing out by about half a tenth.
So, Jeroen.
Yes, hello Felix. I welcome to the commentary booth. I mean, I mentioned you before that you would join about halfway in, but yeah, here you are. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? How are things going so far?
Well, it has been an interesting, quite unusual as well, first qualification session. I have to say, with the championship leader Alvaro Torres not able to get into Q2, which I definitely didn't see coming. Buffon also out of Q1. And Heesterbeek all the way down in 17th himself as well. But what is interesting as well is that Hoyer was the only guy able to set the lap time enough to be in the 14th, so under the 15th second mark.
That is very interesting indeed, and I see Adam Maguire also quite far up there.
Yeah, definitely. I talked about him before, obviously moving up from pro. But this guy has definitely got the speed. I think as a rookie though, having the raw speed is one thing, but it is so important to have the consistency as well in the race. And that is something, you know, we see sometimes with rookies. They have the raw pace, and that shows in qualifying. They are able to set brilliant lap times while they are under pressure. But then in the race, for some reason, something goes wrong. they have a snap of oversteer, not able to correct it, and they spin and lose another 5, 6, 7 seconds, which is devastating for their race. But yeah, we'll see how Adam McGuire can perform. I'm definitely looking forward to see what he can do this afternoon, to be honest, in the race.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race, of course. Difficult track as well.
Definitely. It's quite a track which is demanding for the drivers, in my opinion. Hard to stay consistent at. Walls are quite close around you, and of course, Felix, you should know it as well. The Wall of Champions is also looking for you to, give a little bit of a knock when you drive against it.
Yeah, it doesn't give, mate. It doesn't give the wall. But hey, it shows, as you said, it shows the consistency of drivers. And yeah, one mistake and snap, it's gone. So you have to be on point all the way through all the 70 laps. Yeah.
So Q2 on the way then. 3 more minutes to go. What's interesting about this track is that this track isn't really the longest track on the whole calendar. A lap takes over 1 minute and 15 seconds in qualifying trim, something around there. And in Bahrain, for example, we saw lap times of 1:30 something, which means that the drivers have got a little bit more time to perhaps set 2 runs in Q2, something we haven't really seen in the previous rounds. Sometimes people would only set 1, timed lap because they had the 5-minute qualification session, and that's all they could do. But I think today we'll see most drivers being able to set 2 laps as McGuire has spun. McGuire has spun on the the entry of the final chicane. Hoyer has gone up into first straight away with a 1:15.9. So again, a good lap from Hoyer, being in 1:14s. Is anyone able to attack that? I think Paschalis Gerges is going to attack it.
Yeah, he's quick. Yeah. Sure as well. Fastest second sector.
Paschalis first though. 1:15.1, made a mess of the final sector, unfortunate for him. So how is Shower looking, Felix?
He is looking good so far, coming through the last chicane now. Locks up a little bit. Ooh, hits the wall also a little bit. Not a good last sector for Schroer. But let's see what he can do. 5th place for now. So yeah, that's it's going to have to be another lap for him. He's gonna have to be a quick outlap if he wants to make that.
Exactly what we see Viktor Ivanov doing, for example. He just stopped his car in the middle of the straight of the final sector just to press escape and not set a lap time, but go out again. At least I presume he's going to go out again. He has to do it rather soon though.
He's staying in. He's not going to make it now.
Oh, he's going out now.
So that he has to cut the chicane if he wants to make that.
Yeah, he can make it, of course. The pit lane cuts the whole first bend.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to do it quickly, that's for sure. Ivanov may be able to make it, but once again, we've got a lot of drivers now going to set the lap times. First one is Thomas Severly, who is going to take the fight to Mitchie Hoyer. Felix, take us through a lap.
Here we go, coming through turn 1. Very difficult turn to get right. You have to make sure you get the turn into turn 2 as well. Then make sure you get onto the power as quick as possible. And don't brake too early here. Lose a lot of time there. Goes over the curb really hard there on the exit, coming through the second chicane, locking up a little bit that front left tire. It's very difficult to heat up your tires very quickly here if you go too hard through the chicanes. Now just braking under the add sign here. Make sure you get onto the power as well, onto the apex here. Now coming up to the hairpin. Second sector looking okay for him. Not quicker than his previous one. Now just a long straight now, blast up until the last chicane. Make sure you get that right. A very difficult one to get right, but he gets it right. Now let's see what he can do. First sector was okay, second not so much, but he does improve, but not enough for P1.
Second place for Severly then. Mitchie Hoyer looking really strong once again. Purple in the first sector, personal improvement in the second one. Ernesto De Angelis first across the line now. Behind that it is Hoyer. Here comes Hoyer, can he improve? And he does! Another 1:14.8 for him. And can anyone improve then? Daniel Brewer, he is in 5th with a 1:15.3. He could attack, and he does so. He jumps up another spot.
Yep.
Demotes McQuire down to 5th, and then it's waiting for Sander Callas, the only guy who could still improve.
Here we go. Now the last turn, a little bump into the wall. Over the line, and improves as well, up to P5.
So 1:15.324 for him, that is Q2 done. And Adam McQuire in the end, I think, Felix, being the person who lost out most in the final dying seconds of that session. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. He was up to P4, I believe, until the flag fell, essentially. So he was happy, I think, but a little bit less after that last couple of seconds of that session.
Yeah.
But hey,
yeah, go ahead.
It's still P6 from in Ace when he was battling for a podium in Pro for the last 2 races.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But what we see here as well, Felix, I think, is Ace is, I think, the shortest qualification 2 session of the whole season, with only 5 minutes being there in quali, and McQuire was, I think, on for a pretty solid first lap, but made a mistake in the final chicane, and therefore he didn't set a banker lap, so to say, before starting another run. And I think that may as well have cost him a little bit, for that second run. He knew that he had to set a lap time at least, but he didn't get a banker lap in before that because he made a mistake in the final chicane and abandoned his lap. So I think that played a little bit of a role in there as well, and that results McQuire being in 6.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting as well, of course, to see what Alvaro Torres is going to do now. 11th place for him, driving on the super soft tire. 2 compounds, of course, here, as always, super soft and soft though. That is not the usual tires we see, but yeah, the tire wear on this track is not that much of an issue, and especially with the short pit lane, we are bound to see quite a lot of stops, but I don't think it's really representative of how long the tires can go, because for example in Catalonia, I think some drivers will be running as low as 40-30% on the front left, whereas some drivers may not even go lower than 50 here, because making more pit stops is simply the quickest because of the short pit lane.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for a little advert here. 8 more minutes to go in this warm-up session. We'll be quickly going through to an advert, but make sure that you are ready after that for the race. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and we'll be back very shortly. So welcome back everyone, hope you are ready and got your popcorn all sorted and whatnot. 6.5 minutes to go in the warm-up session. As I think we'll be quickly going through the championship standings. Is that right, our lovely cameraman Mike? Yes, it is right. So currently championship standings in front of your nose. I think starting with the Drivers' Championship. Yep, okay, that's very cool. Of our Torres leading that then. I said it before, but yeah, Torres is going to be an interesting factor as a championship leader, but starting all the way down into 11th place, something which we haven't seen all that much from him, but I guess I should stop talking about it because I've talked about it for quite a lot already. But of course, it's one of the highlights of the qualification session, although it wouldn't really be a highlight for him. Second place in Mike Partington, but of course Partington isn't there anymore as he has stepped up to WC and is now only here to sit alongside the track with a camera and just record it for you guys so you can see it. Hoyer is in third. That will be an interesting one. 8 points down on Torres, but starting from pole position this race. So Hoyer could do very well indeed in this race today in terms of championship points and championship standings. Valeriano in fourth. 26 points, Schorer in 5th, Paschalis Gerges in 6th, and the list goes on, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see our championship leader. It's gonna be interesting to see if he will be able to move up during the race.
Looking at the team championship, Nedrex is leading that one with 59 points. That's yeah, that's something which is good for them, but of course they are being followed by ACR, Electronic Racing, which have been looking really strong the last 2 rounds or so, and definitely will be able to take home a lot of points today, I presume, unless something goes horribly wrong for them. Ghostspeed in third in that championship, another ACR team, the Grey team, in fourth, then Thrustmaster, Twister in fifth, GS Engineering in sixth, and once again the list goes on. But of course it's mainly focusing on the Drivers' Championship, and Torres is, yeah, I have no idea what's going on here, but Torres is topping the timesheets all of a sudden, 118.4 in race trim of course. But yeah, I wouldn't always say that the warm-up times are that representative. I mean,
no.
You can use a lot of boost, for example, on your lap, while the other driver won't use any kind of engine boost and
Or DRS and all that.
Exactly, DRS as well. Good point.
Yeah, it's difficult to judge that sort of things. Also in a race, of course. If someone is using boost, if someone is doing DRS, well, DRS you can see, of course, in a race, but boost we can't. So top speed-wise, it is also very interesting to see, of course, a very long straight. Where there's bound to be overtaking before the last chicane.
I would say that most of the overtaking will take place in the final chicane, but yeah, it's not necessarily a fact that it is going to take place there. Of course, the 2 DRS zones where I talked about earlier in the Q session. There's another one down the start-finish straight as well, and if you could possibly position yourself just behind the gearbox of the driver in front of you down the long straight heading up to the chicane, have a good exit out of the chicane, and then maybe attack in the first corner, in the first bend around this track. That's definitely also an opportunity, a possibility.
Yeah, certainly.
So when have you got any insight into what we are expecting to see in terms of the first pit window here today?
First pit, I'd say it would be around lap 10 to 15. Depends, of course, how hard these guys are on their tires. But definitely the super soft would be about around 1 lap 10 to 15. Soft a little bit after that. A couple of laps. Lap
and of course. Yeah, and of course depends as well a little bit on on the amount of stops you're going to make. I presume five stopper, for example. If anyone's on that strategy, they would be stopping a little bit later, of course, or sorry, earlier than a fourth stop who would stop a bit later. But yeah, definitely, I agree with you on that. I think the pit window should be around lap 10-ish, something around there.
Yeah, it seems, at least if we could take the warm-up as a reference, that most of the guys will be starting on the super soft tire. Andrew Toussaint on the soft at the moment, Joe Nathan on the soft, Guillermo Prieto on the soft, Christian Bifumio on the soft, and Chris de Jong on the soft. And it's gonna be interesting to see those guys stopping later, of course, than the super softs. And yeah, the difference between these tires isn't that big, in my opinion.
No, it's not.
It certainly is not as big as the difference between, let's say, a soft and a medium tire.
No, and Felix, what I think as well is that the track is relatively short. I don't think there are many places in the race where you could gain a lot of time on another driver. I do think, however, that you can gain quite a bit of time when you are within someone's DRS range. That means that it could be quite hard for the driver in front of you to pull away, as long as the driver behind someone is in the DRS zone. So what I expect for this race is that the field is going to be relatively close to each other all race long, and that we'll see a lot of battling. I really do believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope so, of course, because we always like some battling.
So the timer has reached 0 in this warm-up session. Now Ernesto De Angelis with a 1:18.1 topping it. Brewer just jumped up into second with a 1:18.3, and Paschalis is going... Well, what is he going? Is he going alien mode with a 1:17.6? I would say so.
Yeah, well, maybe he's running a little less fuel, but who says?
Who says indeed. But Torres is someone who's up in 4th, and that is an interesting given, knowing that he starts from 11th. With a good start, I think that Torres isn't out of the perspective at all.
No, certainly not. I mean, last race in Bahrain, for Aces it is Bahrain, of course, because last round didn't quite go to plan. But there he had some problems with cars not showing for him, that he ran into him and had damage, and in the end he still finished in P2. So
yeah, and in Australia as well, I remember that Alvaro Torres was driving there with a crooked suspension, with a broken suspension. So. And he still won that one as well. Of course, it wasn't a heavily broken suspension like Kuba Brzezinski had in the World Championship in Bahrain. He was driving with his wheel pointing to the left 90 degrees the whole race, basically. Which wasn't the case for Torres, but still, I mean, don't count this guy out. Definitely not. As the formation lap is underway, and we are getting ready for the 70 lap long race.
Yeah, everybody safely off their grid slots.
No technical failures there, luckily. Taking you quickly through the grid. And Mitchie Hoyer first, looking really good in qualifying. Can he also look good in the race? That's the question. Severly in second, then Ghostspeed being up there. That is very nice for them. They are in second. Paschalis Gerges in third. Brewer in fourth. Callas the German in fifth. Last year driving in pro. McQuire, who has been driving in pro this season, has gone up to 6th. Shower in 7th, teammate of Severly, of course, a little bit further down than him than he probably would have liked. Ernesto De Angelis in 8th, Valeriano in 9th, and Ivanov in 10th. And if you want, Felix, you can continue on.
Yeah, in 11th we've got our championship leader. It's gonna be the one to watch for sure. Alvaro Torres there. Then in 12th, Timu Valkejärvi. Christian Bufumu just after that in P13. Danny van der Niet for Netrex is there in P14. In P15 we have got Norbert Leitner. In P16 we've got Giuseppe Lainu. And in P17 Ruud Heesterbeek. In Rio Tuesday in P18 Luka Oslakovic. In P19, in P20 we've got Chris de Jong with his brand new naked Grand Prix car. Joe Nathan in P21. In P22 we've got Guillermo Prieto. And closing off the grid we've got George Chatsipantelis.
So Mitchy Hoyer then coming and looking at those lights probably already. But they won't go on for a long time right now, that's for sure. He finds his grid slot, parks it up there. He'll be stationary until George Chatsipantelis has found his grid slot as well. He is just coming around the final bend. And so once again we are staring at those red lights, which are bound to go on. And will be underway. The 4th round of the season then. Hope you guys have fun. Let's hope for a clean start of course as well. Here we go. It's Saturday the 23rd of April. 4th round of the Formula SimRacing ACE Series is go, go, go. And Mitch Hoyer with a really good start of the line. Pascal Gerges as well immediately jumping Thomas Sevely on the start there. It's Mitchy Hoyer going to the first corner in first. So far so good.
Yeah, lots of...
to a second. Go ahead.
Lots of battling and close contact, or not contact, close racing in the further back in the field, around P10 with Giuliano Valcajarvo, or Timo Valcajarvo, and Giordano Veliano.
Very clean start.
Yeah, no spin from anyone so far.
Immediately the ACR cars pulling a little bit of a gap to Thomas Sevely.
Oh, as we say that, Ruud Heesterbeek has spun in the second chicane. Lost out some time there.
Yeah, no damage on his car though, I don't think so. That would be good for him.
Yep.
McQuire jumped up a spot as well. Brewer is trying to attack the Ghost Speed car of Thomas Sevely a bit. Sevely trying to connect a little bit with those two ACR cars in front of him. Don't want to let them pull away. I said it before. It's really easy to stick with someone, so make sure that it doesn't pull away. Sander Callas launching up on the outside of Christoph Schauer. Making the move there, Sander Callas. Not even with DRS. So Sander Callas probably having some good top speed in that Netrex car. And he's gone up to 6 now.
Yeah, good start for Callas.
Yeah, championship leader Torres also finding one spot on the start in 10th then at the moment, behind the Eventer car of Viktor Ivanov. So only Heesterbeek then was really caught up by the start there, and honestly I have to say respect and hats off to the drivers here.
Yeah.
Not causing a huge crash, because it is easy here, Felix. I think.
Yeah,
in 2014 in Pro, I remember it even being black flag, because there is basically a big chance of a chain reaction when there goes something wrong in one of the chicanes, for example, especially the first chicane, so turns 3 and 4. Once someone cocks up over there and basically is stationary in the middle of the road, it can cause a huge chain reaction, also because the corner is a little bit blind.
Yeah, certainly the track is not wide at all. It's very, very narrow, especially at the chicanes, as you say.
Which you're completing the second lap, still leading, and 7th to Pascal Gerges. Pascal Gerges though staying within the DRS range. Said it before, that's important. Sevely having a little bit, more issues of staying within the touch of Gerges. He is 1.1 seconds down, so not even within DRS range, as I think DRS will be enabled either this lap or next lap.
Yeah, after start finish this lap.
There we go. Still, most guys have kept it clean.
Yeah.
Luka Oslakovic being the first guy on the soft tire, by the way. He is in 16th.
Yeah, right after that Andrew Chusey as well on the soft. Let's look at Alvaro Torres though, really close to the back of Victor Ivanov here. Exiting the hairpin. Coming up to the chicane. If he gets a good exit out of that, he might be able to attack into turn 1. And it seems he has a good exit there into the slipstream. Goes into the inside. Will be an outside into turn 1 and the inside again for turn 2. So if he makes it stick here, he will be passed very close there. Wheel to wheel racing here, and he seems to be passed. Very good overtake for Alvaro Torres. Watch out though, Ivanov might be able to... Ooh, he goes onto the grass there with his right wheel or left wheel. Oh, almost loses it. But Torres, our championship leader, passed for now up to P9.
Good move from Torres then. Very nice move indeed. You said it before. Wheel to wheel for the first 2 corners. And Pascales is not within DRS range anymore of Mitchie Hoyer. Losing connection a little bit to him, and more falling into the clutches of Savely, who seems to be getting up to pace a little bit more now. Of course, it's only early days, you know, lap 3 of the race, and it's also important, of course, to keep those tires in a good shape. Maybe Pascales also knows that and tries to keep them in a good shape. McQuire putting a little bit of pressure on his teammate Daniel Brewer.
Yeah, close to the back.
But behind that, it's a bit of a train, you know, for 6th place with Carlos in there leading it and Torres, of course, in there as well.
Yeah. First target for Torres will be Astana De Angelis.
Relatively quiet race so far for Luka Oslakovic, the guy who was on the soft tire in 15th, so he has been able to take another spot. Joe Nathan has gone into last place though, 23rd, and Hastenbeek of course jumping a few positions after he spun on the first lap. We're coming around this final chicane to complete another lap, and I think Savely is starting to fall away a little bit, and you can see the green monsters behind that Go Speed car getting a little bit closer to Savely. He'll be watching them in the mirrors and seeing them getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, remember DRS is now enabled, so yeah, that last 2 straights, or last straight and the first straight after start finish, or actually before start finish, is going to be a DRS zone, which will gain you a lot of speed.
Carlson being pressured by Christoph Schoer, the teammate of Savely, of course. Schoer though seems to have good pace, able to pressure Carlos quite a bit, but not able to really get close enough. Sander Carlos locking up a little bit into turns 8 and 9, which is the 3rd chicane of the track.
Yep. Yeah, Alvaro moved up to P8, got past Esterno.
Good spot. We missed that one.
Let's see if he will be able to attack. Callas will be the one without DRS here, so Thrower and Torres will be closing in.
Schoer has got poor top speed, to be honest, in that Go Speed car. Ooh, as Carlos made a bit of a mistake, I think on the entry of the final chicane is maybe a chance for Christoph Schoer. DRS will of course be wide open. He picks up the slipstream, he goes to the inside as Carlos leaves the door wide open over there. It's tricky to do that though. He has a little bit of a look as Sander Carlos overshoots the first turn. Be careful with Torres there as well. Torres being smart and not sticking his front wing in there. Christoph once again being close to the back of him, but not able to go for the inside there of the chicane, which is a wise move. But I think that, yeah, firstly I think Carlos has got great top speed in the Netrex car, but also Schoer not having the best top speed in that Go Speed car himself either. So
No, that is certainly true. Schroer has a top speed of 334 for now, and that is, I presume, with DRS, maybe not with boost, but yeah, we can't see that. And Torres, for example, has 342.7 top speed, so there's a big difference. And as I say that, Torres gets almost a move up the inside as Christoph Schroer makes a little bit of a mistake in the hairpin there. Now he's really close to the back. DRS open.
Yeah, for both.
Yeah, Schroer defending. And breaks really late there of our Torres. And is it a move done? Yes,
Beautiful.
I think so.
Beautiful move, yeah. It looks easier to go around the outside there than it really is. There's no way you're gonna go side by side into the final chicane, so either one of the two has got to give up. As I think a little bit of wheel banging was there on the entry of the second corner. Excuse me. But Torres keeps that position up into 7th then, and definitely having better race pace than qualifying pace.
Yeah, up to P7 already after 7 laps. Now Schroer has to look out for Asterno as well.
Yeah, and while all of this is going on, Mitchie Hoyer is bravely pulling away from Paschalis Gergis. 3.5 seconds is the gap after about 7-8 laps, and I have to say that is pretty impressive. I did not see that one coming, but to be fair, Paschalis not able to keep up with that car of Hoyer yet, as someone is dropping down the order. Victor Ivanov.
Oh yes.
Victor Ivanov.
What happened to him?
Yeah, well, on the grass, on the brake,
Ooh.
all top, I think.
Yeah, I think something like all top X-Bike. He's suddenly on the other side of the circuit.
Yeah, he must have been thrown back to the desktop or something. Ooh, he stops his car as well on the right now. Christoph Schroer, the first one in the pit lane, by the way.
And Richie as well. Oh, there's somebody spinning there in the on the start straight. That is Guillermo Prieto, losing her front wing as well, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the place you don't want to spin or lose something, because you have to do the whole lap again without a front wing.
By the way, Daniel Brewer has gone by Thomas Everly, so one Origin car got past the Go Speed car. Now it's the task for Adam McQuire to make that too. He is rather close, but I think Severly at this range will maybe steal DRS from Brewer. I say maybe, I'm not entirely sure. McQuire rather close though on the back of Thomas Severly. Has Severly got DRS? Answer to that is yes. So that's not gonna help Adam McQuire a lot, of course. Anyone in the pit lane? No.
Yep. Sedley and McQuire go in.
Yep, they both are in.
Just wasn't time for the speed limiter there, McQuire.
Bit of a battle in the pit lane then. This is nice to see.
Let's see.
Both going on the soft tire, I presume. Yes, they are. And Severly staying out in front of the Origin car. Where are they going to rejoin? Leitner just crossed the start-finish line. Where is Leitner? There he is. Oh, they're gonna come out right, right in that
really
battle.
Close.
Ooh, and Oslakovic is right. This is insane. Severly is in P8. McQuire P12. They fed out right in that battle. How it happened, I have no idea. They were literally separated by a few centimeters as they exited the pit lane.
Yeah, McQuire just had the misfortune of all the cars just being alongside him when he exited that pit lane, and yeah, he had to make room for them.
So the pit lane definitely open then. Most likely we will see some drivers responding. So there's an ACR car who locked up a little bit in there. It's Luka Oslakovic. He is of course still on the prime tires though. And this is, this could hurt McQuire. So top 3 is in, Felix.
Yeah, top 3 is in. Mitchie Hoyer, Jurgis and Brewer all in. Let's see, it's gonna be a battle for pit stops again. Let's see, ooh. Brewer just in front of Gergis. Goes all well. And Torres as well, Asterno, De Angelis as well in. A lot of guys coming into the pits now in lap 10, as we predicted. Seems to go all well in these pit stops. Let's see if the rejoining as well goes well. Torres now just joining alongside Chris de Jong. Is going to go well. Ooh, yes. Ooh, Alvaro Torres really having to back off there on his fresh super softs, of course, and Chris de Jong now on pretty worn out soft tires, I would imagine.
So having a look at that train again, McQuire putting a lot of pressure on Valeriano.
Yeah, and
He needs to
is-
get by those cars as soon as possible, of course.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're hearing all kind of drums from my microphone, it could be the case because there's a fanfare coming by my house right about now, but that's okay. Sander Carlos is in himself as well. Will be interesting to see where he can feed out.
Giuseppe Lino into the pits, Norbert Leitner as well. Carlos as well.
So many drivers coming into the pit lane. Adam McQuire having a look on the inside of turn 1. That's a great move from Adam McQuire. Good racing between him and Valeriano. Valeriano left the door wide open. Adam McQuire definitely taking that one, and rightly so. McQuire up into 6 now then. Let's have a look. McQuire was battling with that Go Speed car before, or was it Shower? It was, right? Shower is right now in 10th.
Yeah. No. I don't know. What happened?
Something has happened with Christoph Shower. Definitely, probably in that battle with that big train.
Maguire now pretty close to the back of Oslakovic. Does he have the RS? Yeah, I believe so. Oslakovic as well. So no big gains for him then. Here we go. That's a good exit there, Maguire. Can't go out around the left side there. Has to brake there. And that is... Oh, Oslakovic going wide in turn 1. Turn 2 was going to be the one for Maguire now. Alongside coming up to the first chicane is going to go... Oh well, yeah, Maguire brakes later and that's passed on. Great move from Adam Maguire there.
Yeah, Mitchie Hoyer really solid in the lead right now. 6.5 seconds to the Greek Paschalis Gerges. And I would like to see during this stint what Daniel Brewer can do. Can he answer to Paschalis Gerges and maybe try to pressure him a little bit? The gap between those two guys is just 4 seconds. And yeah, maybe if Daniel Brewer is consistently faster over the course of this stint, he could close up to Paschalis. But as I said, we are yet to find out whether that actually is the case. But honestly, Hoyer is really strong at the moment, has to be said.
Torres battling with Sander Callas at the moment. Yeah. They both have DRS. Let's see who gets the better exit out of this chicane. Seems to be Torres for the moment. Will he try the same he did? No. Not yet. Oh wait, Callas having a little bit of a hold up on Oslakovic, who hasn't stopped yet on his soft tire. Lap 13 already. I imagine those are pretty worn out at the moment.
Oslakovic is just going to be a sitting duck, I presume, down the straights in the final sector.
Yeah, for
on
sure.
Those prime tires, as you have said, but with 2 really quick drives behind him, especially Sander Callas, of course. He is running quite low downforce, I believe, as Torres is having little... Oh, and the contact!
Oh dear.
Contact is made between Callas and Oslakovic. And Callas loses out his front wing, and Christoph Schower steals a place from Torres in the process as well. What the hell? Careful guys, because Sander is gonna have to go into the pit lane.
Torres, please.
And here's Oslakovic being attacked by Schroer at the same time as well. Schroer is absolutely the winner of this. Callas into the pit lane. So is Oslakovic now. And Schroer jumping like 4 positions, I think, in one sector. Maybe 3.
Torres up to P6 as well. So it's going well for him so far.
Van der Niet, a bit of a battle with Lino. 13th place that is. Van der Niet just stopped, I think. He was on the super soft before running in 2nd. But has stopped in 2 laps ago, something like that.
Yeah, 2 laps ago. Yeah, Chris de Jong still going strong on his soft tires. 14 laps in. He's in 8th position at the moment.
Yeah, we saw Luka Oslakovic, of course, coming in a few, or 1 lap ago it was in fact.
Yeah.
He started on the primes as well, so we are expecting de Jong to come in quite soon as well, but he's just going to be a sitting duck once again here too. Timo Varkjärvi behind him, he hasn't stopped yet neither, has he? No.
No.
No, yes, he...
Oh no, he has. Yes,
he has.
Yeah. Oh,
lap 6 already.
Yeah. That's really, really quick.
Exactly. De Jong coming in then. The Fumu and Leitner battling a little bit. Down start finish straight. The Fumu launching it on the inside. Doesn't make the first corner though. It is brave, but there are certain limits, Christian Bufumu. But at least he tried. Luckily no contact made between the two. That's smart driving from Leitner as well, has to be said. Because how easy is it to simply, just turn into the corner and make contact with the other guy.
Yeah.
He left the door wide open, and as soon as Bufumu launched in there, he gave him the room.
Yeah, Hoyer still comfortably in the lead in 7 seconds in front of Georges.
Yeah, he's extending that gap, and the gap between Kergers and Brewer is staying about the same as well.
Yeah.
Something which I didn't expect, honestly. I really thought that there would be a lot of train driving here, maybe a bit of a trolley train, but none of that really. Yeah, a bit in the midfield. I mean, around Torres has been usually in a group of cars. I don't think Torres has been, having the privilege to run in clean air at all. Torres is on the super soft tire though, so he is going for a different strategy. Where most people have gone with the soft tire for the second stint, he has gone on to the super soft once again.
Yeah, Schroer on the soft in front of him, those tires are 9 laps old. Oh, those are starting to wear a bit off.
Yeah, of course, but it's the same of course for Torres. In fact, Torres' tires are going to wear more than Christoph's tires, of course, you know that as well. So, it's a little bit hurting for Torres that there's a guy in front of him who's on the prime tires. He needs to get dispatched offshore as soon as possible, if he can. This is an opportunity here, but I think he's a little bit too far back. Of course, the DRS will be wide open and he will be picking up that face full of dirty air. But I doubt it is enough. The whole YouTube chat, by the way, for the first 17 laps now have all been about commentating and, real life commentators and who is good and who is shit. But I have to say Will Vincent is one who is getting banged on a bit, but I'll stop on that and focus on the race. Now, I have been talking about this train a lot of times, but there is a huge train really from Norbert Leitner in 9th place down to, what is it?
Sadly. Yeah, no, sadly, yeah.
Sadly in 14th. That's a train of 6 cars. And they are battling quite hard. They are in relatively close proximity. of each other. I think you could even count Timo Vark the RV in that battle as well.
He's on really old tires,
exactly,
12 laps old.
He's going to fall into the clutches of that as well. May even see him coming into the pit lane. Has he got his pit light on?
No, he doesn't.
He does not. Torres overtook Christoph Schoer this time on the inside of the final chicane. As of course with the RS then. So Torres then in 5th after the previous lap. Needs to get dispatched off Schoer as soon as possible if he wants to make something out of this stint. And he does so comfortably.
Yeah, now it's aiming for the next one at the P5.
He's on a bit of a different strategy, of course. He's a little bit out of sync with the people around him, to be honest, because of that strategy. When are we expecting him to come in? When was his first pit stop?
His first one was on lap 10. And,
10.
Yeah, he's now 8 laps on these super softs. So, yeah,
give it another 4 laps, 3-4 laps, you would say?
Yeah, something like that. Of course, less fuel on in the car, so you would think he would go a little bit further than his first stint. But he has been in quite some dirty air with Christoph Schoer, so you have to watch your tires then as well.
Very good point, yes. It is a long race though, 70 laps.
Norbert Leitner and Christian Wifumo making contact and into the hairpin, having locked their wheels a bit into each other, and they lost 2 places to Danny van der Niet and Giuseppe Laino now.
Oh, typical dive bomb maneuver from Wifumo. On the typical location as well, the hairpin.
Oh, here we go. Leitner goes up the inside, bumps, and they make contact, and Leitner spins. Somebody loses front wing. That's Sadly, I believe.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's really unfortunate for him. He wasn't really involved in that at all.
Really chaotic there for some reason with all those guys. Firstly into the hairpin, but then also in the final chicane. Not really necessary for them. And Sadly decided to quit.
Leitner as well.
Leitner, yeah, of course. It's a total of 6.
6 even, wow.
6 DNFs. So who is looking strong? Mitchie Hoyer definitely is, but yeah, he is kind of out of the picture already, you know. You would almost assume that he is going to keep this up and just take home a victory. But early days, I was just about to say that this race is 70 laps long, which seems incredibly long. It probably is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that 70, that number 70 just makes it look so much longer than in comparison with other races. Bit of a battle with Valeriano and Van der Niet, by the way.
Yeah, Van der Niet going strong for now.
Definitely.
Looking good on lap time as well. Personal best that last lap.
One of the stronger racers from Van der Niet, has to be said. Finding himself into the top 10. Definitely something he wants to keep up. As Schoer made another mistake, I think, last lap. He got passed by Ernesto De Angelis. So Schoer dropping to 7th. It seems like those go-speed cars are missing some consistency. They have the pace for sure, but the consistency isn't really there. For example, Christoph Schoer was in the 119s. 119.0, 119.0, 119.1. See, that's good consistency. But then 99, 26, 21.0 even. Completely dropping off the pace.
Maguire still going strong in P4 in his debut in Ace. He is really good for now. Oh, also really consistent. I mean, the last 4 laps was 118.7, 7.2, 118.74, 118.72, 118.74. I mean, you can't be more consistent than that. Great driving from him.
Shower has pitted in the meantime, rejoined in 10th place. Fighting a bit with Buffon, but getting past him. But the main battle I think is between Van der Niet and Valeriano. A battle for 7th place out on track at the moment. They are both on the soft tire. Valeriano pitted in lap 12. And let's have a quick look. Van der Niet, it was lap 10 I believe, if I remember correctly. No, lap 13.
Yeah.
Great memory here. Van der Niet definitely looking like he could take him. Not yet though, I think. A bit too far back at the moment, unless Valeriano cocks up the hairpin.
A lot of wheel spin there on the exit.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe a chance then, a slight chance for Van der Niet. Maybe not able to get him down this straight, but if he has a good final chicane, a good exit out of the chicane as well, he could
speed
take him down
difference.
into turn 1. Here we
Doesn't
go.
have the best exit.
Yeah. Too far back.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to wait another lap. And he does need to try to stay close with Valeriano now. Of course it's easier said than done, especially with the dirty air, but yeah, you do want to stay close behind him, closer than he was previous lap, because he was too far back in my opinion when the DRS was activated for him. But again, it's the dirty air which has a big factor of course too. Maybe not so much around this track. I think our next venue is Silverstone, but I have a little bit of a question mark behind it, but I think it is.
I think it is as well, yes.
You know, that's a track where the dirty air is going to be very influential. Fantastic English language, of course.
We Dutchies are good with that.
Unless your name is Chris Young. Ooh, shots fired. Then Van der Niet a bit closer, braking rather late for the hairpin. Right on the gearbox there on the entry. Ooh, cocks up the hairpin. Oh, a little bit of a slide for Van der Niet. Keeps it though. Oh boy, is this guy pushing. This Dutchman maybe also good at speaking English. By the way, Torres in the pit lane. Up from 5th place. Indeed, we said it, give him about 4 more laps. And there he is.
Gonna join back around P9, P10 I would say.
Yeah, seems like a good call.
Jeroen, it's gonna be close. No, in front of him. Yeah, good stop from him.
Yeah, behind that battle with Valeriano and Van der Niet. Maybe in a few laps time Torres would have caught up to Valeriano, or Van der Niet rather, and start interfering with that battle, but that is still something we are yet to find out, of course.
Mitchie Hoyer, our leader, into the pits. See if Georges does the same. Yes, he does. Brewer as well. Maguire as well. So into the pit train. All cars in here in the top 4. Yep, top 5 even. And no, Giordano keeps it on track for now. Danny Van der Niet as well. The gap between them got a bit bigger in the last lap after that slide of Danny.
And there's something about Hoyer and pitting, because I'm pretty sure in the previous stint Hoyer was about, what was it Felix, like was it about 4 or 5 seconds in front of Kerkens, and then he made it like 7 seconds?
Yeah, he was up
And
to
now,
7-8 seconds,
when
now
he
it's
pitted,
10.
Yes, exactly, it's another 3 seconds he took out of Pascales during the pit stop phase or around there.
Well, they're the same team, so maybe he just tossed the coin somewhere. Nah, just kidding, of course. Good times
Lay
up.
down a banana in the pit lane, maybe Mario Kart style.
Yeah, something like that. Well, maybe, just maybe, Chris de Jong has a blue shell, so...
Yeah, yes, of course. Oh, by the way, we congratulate Chris de Jong as well. He got father. He posted on the Facebook of FSR that he got father of about 800 turtles, and you can all name them if you want. So any suggestions, send them to Chris de Jong at nakedgp.com, please, and we'll see whether he does something with it. Hoyer, though, as said before, 10 seconds in the lead. That is a lot. Hoyer looking rather stable. We said it so many times, but yeah, I said it at the beginning of the second stint as well. Let's see if Brewer can actually catch up to Pascal Sterkes, but the answer to that is really a no, to be honest. The gap was 4 seconds as soon as I said that, and it's now about 5.8 seconds. So it's a shame to see that, because basically the whole top 3 is stretching out of each other and not able to create any kind of battling. But I think that Adam McGuire is also in a good shape. He is currently 2.5 seconds down on his teammate Daniel Brewer, but has had amazing consistency in the second stint. And consistency is very important, of course. Maybe he hasn't got the raw pace advantage over his teammate Brewer, but he definitely has got the consistency upper hand, so to say, and thanks to that may be able to go a little bit quicker than his teammate in the final couple of laps of the stint. Torres making a pass on Van der Niet, by the way, up into 6th then. As I said, he may interfere with that battle between Valeriano and Van der Niet shortly, and he has done so now, immediately opening up the attack on Giordano Valeriano as well.
Oh, it's too far back.
But indeed too far back, yep. Ooh, rather aggressive though on the inside of the chicane. Look, has a look. Nope. No. Valeriano closes the door firmly there. I think he has the right to do so. Of course, when Torres would be properly alongside, you cannot ignore that. But you know, the way that chicane goes, it's impossible to overtake, I would say.
Yeah. But maybe we will see some in today's race.
Ooh, Van der Niet and Schoer side by side. And Schoer taking him. Holy. What a move from Schoer. Don't see that one every day. And in front Dan as well. Torres making the move on the inside of the hairpin. Torres up into 5th then.
Very clean. Giordano also on 14 lap old soft tires. So he's going to pit in a lap or 1-2 maybe.
Sander Callas has this DNF by the way.
Oh, what happened?
Spun on the exit of turn 7.
Taking
the inside curb.
Ooh, massive flat spot on his tires, and he just...
Yeah, he quit.
Yeah.
So they then quali don't go over the inside curb there too much. And it called him out. But Hoyer could do good business here in terms of championship standings. That's for sure. He is 8 points down on Alvaro Torres. Torres in 5th, Hoyer in 1st. Let's see. 25 points for a victory, of course, for Hoyer. Then Torres would get 10 points. So in this, if it finishes like this, if it stays like this, Hoyer will take over the championship lead from Torres.
But it is still 40 laps remaining, so if it stays like this, it's not going to be the most entertaining race, at least for the top 5.
That's for sure, but I think, to be honest, that those guys are pretty much settled already.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with all respect to Torres, I don't see him coming back, also knowing that he has already run the super soft tire. As there's an overtake taking place on Chris de Jong, Valeriano and de Jong, bit of wheel banging in the braking zone. Van der Niet also getting cross line over. Having said that, Van der Niet jumping all over the sausage curb. Oh, and Valeriano, what the hell?
Oi. Chris de Jong and Valeriano.
Exactly. What the?
Chris de Jong. Oh.
That's worth a replay.
Yeah. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Valeriano out-braking himself, going onto that curb. Chris de Jong, yeah, couldn't brake in time for him. Nothing he could do about it.
Wow. Now, the retard award is already given to Valeriano, that's for sure. And, nothing he can do about, of course,
he's going on
with de Jong. That's what I mean. That's why I give him the retard award of today. Valeriano crashing with De Jong, of course, that was already a mistake, but
Chris
that
de
to
Jong
keep
quit.
on. He kept on going full throttle without a rear wing, crashed again in the barrier. He was lucky not to collect from the need, for example, and now still keeps on going without a rear wing, without a front wing. What are you
Just kick
thinking?
this guy, man. This is... Why would you even try going on?
Well, he definitely doesn't want to give up, but I think he doesn't deserve our attention. So let's get back to the actual racing.
Maguire.
Definitely, you know, I think Valeriano, with all respect, is one of the guys who doesn't always seem to be able to keep his head cool and keep himself composed. Makes a mistake sometimes here and there, and it's always in an unfortunate manner that he crashes out another guy. But fact is that sometimes he does crash out another guy. Whether of course it's intentional or not, I'm sure it's not, but it does happen sometimes to him. And I think he needs to try to be a bit more composed. Of course, that is my opinion, and you can disagree on that if you want. But he doesn't always seem to be, you know, composed with the overtaking in a way.
Yeah.
I think that's something he could improve on, although I don't see him improving, which is exactly my point.
So Nathan in the pits, by the way. Quite a lot of DNFs already now. That's 8, I think. 9 even, if you count Giordano Valeriano. But yeah.
Valeriano and, oh sorry, Valkejärvi and Heesterbeek. Heesterbeek being passed by Valkejärvi.
Yeah, last chicane.
And Valkejärvi is on the super soft tire too. What is Valkejärvi doing, by the way? He obviously stopped late in the first stint, lap 19. That's 19 laps on the super soft tire, impressive. And he once again selected the super soft tire and is still going on right now.
Alright, 14 in that last stint, and now 11 laps in. Yeah, he's going all super soft. I hope he doesn't forget that he still has to do a prime stint. But I don't think.
Maybe he knows that there's going to fall some rain. Who knows?
Oh well.
Maybe a sudden cloud forming around the track. There's literally 0% chance of rain, but who knows? You never know.
You never know. It's Canada.
Well, Canada doesn't necessarily have a Brazilian reputation, you know, where it can rain all of a sudden. But maybe in the virtual world of FSR, it can happen. Who knows? Ooh, Torres. First mistake I spot from him. In the first corner, a little bit of oversteer, nothing too heavy. Or too serious, rather.
Maguire is... oh, well, as I said, I was gonna say Maguire is doing very well and consistent as well, again. He was closing into his teammate Daniel Brewer, but it's not changing a lot, actually. Just staying around that 3-second mark. But still P4 for Adam Maguire, great debut in Ace for him so far.
Yeah, and Torres then, at the moment in a quietly 5th. I think he will enjoy a bit of clean air in front of him after being in that much drama and that much battle in the opening 2 stints of this race. But yeah, the gap to the leader Michi Hoyer is definitely not decreasing. It's staying about the 30-second mark. But is he quicker than the guy in front of him, which is Adam Maguire? That is the question. Maguire is currently doing
Not
mid
really.
to high 18s. And Torres is able to do...
About the same.
Yeah, about the same, but he just got into the 19s with that mistake he made in the first turn.
Yeah.
Someone said on the broadcast, by the way, after Chris de Jong's crash, it looks like Chris's naked GP car got even more naked. That is definitely a true fact for de Jong, but trust me, de Jong won't be happy with that action from Valeriano, and I think he has all the right to be not happy with it.
No, certainly not.
So about to approach the halfway mark of this race, 33 laps out of 70. About 37 to go. And Mitchie Hoyer of course is still leading the race, which isn't a surprise anymore.
No, not really very consistent from all the top 5 so far. Not a lot has changed between all those guys.
No,
Throw her into
not.
the pits, by the way.
Yep. That's not a long stint though, is it? Lap 21. Was he driving on the super soft or the soft?
He was on this soft lap 14 lap, or no, 11 laps on those soft tires.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
It's
short stint. First stint was also quite short, 7 laps on the super soft. Oh, really close on the exit though. Danny van der Niet makes a little bit of contact.
What?
Almost went wrong.
Almost like Van der Niet didn't even notice that there was a car alongside him. Have to be careful there.
Yeah, that front wing was almost gone, but Van der Niet certainly didn't leave their room.
Yeah, you're still going on strong though. I said it before, I think this is one of the stronger races from Van der Niet. In 7th at the moment. And De Angelis has a really quiet race. How many times have we talked about him? Not a lot, I presume.
No.
Then he has gone wide at the hairpin. And that puts Shower right into perspective again.
Doesn't have DRS though, but slipstream is also quite useful here. He's going to go up the inside. Has to brake late then. It's going on.
Oh no.
Oh. Underneath.
Contact made in the chicane. I said it before, final chicane side by side, no go. And when you have 2 egos colliding there, it is a proper collision with contact. It is too tight to go side by side through there at the racing kind of speeds.
Yep.
And you know, with Torres we saw, I honestly don't remember who the overtake was on, but he had a similar overtake where he went around the outside, and either one of the drivers has got to give up. And this is that when you have 2 egos there who both don't want to give up and both think this corner is mine, there's gonna be some contact. And it's gonna destroy Van der Niet's race as well, by the way.
Yeah, back down to 11th when he was in 7th just 2 laps ago.
And it's so easy to see it coming as well. I'm not saying that if you go side by side into the final chicane you should go full pussy mode. But definitely side by side in there is something which you can't do, and either one of the drivers has to realize it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have room for one more?
I hear a turtle.
A turtle. Nice. Mind if I join you guys, or are you in this kind of a flow that you're like, Chris, not now?
Go ahead.
Okay, still 35 laps to go. I mean, it's a long race.
Good haste back on Danny van der Niet. Flies past. Easy pass. Boost and DRS, I presume.
So how are your impressions of the race so far? Interesting?
Well, interesting is definitely a word which pops to mind, but honestly, Chris, I said it before to Felix as well, I think I expected a little bit more battling, especially near the front. I mean, we've got the top 5 being pretty stretched from each other, the top 6 even. And the majority of the battling has been going on for about P8, something like that, yeah?
Torres makes a mistake into the hairpin, locks up a little bit, going wide there. Losing a little bit of time on those tires. How long is he on those? 12 laps now on the soft. So should be wearing off a bit now.
Well, I have to point out that Mitchie Hoyer is looking unbeatable all weekend. I mean, fastest guy in every session, so to speak, and he's really looking strong for the win here. And well, just crossed the halfway point, but nevertheless he is up there, and he has his teammate Paschalis behind him. So nothing to worry about for the F1 Racing team.
The only factor within the top 6 which could be a fun factor is Adam McQuire, but Adam McQuire is looking consistent, but not necessarily having the pace to really open up the attack on his teammate Daniel Brewer, and that is the issue we have at the moment. The top 6 is just so settled, and there's nothing really happening over there. All the battling has been going on in the midfield, but even that has gone relatively quiet with only 14 drivers left. That's not a lot at all when you consider 23 started.
Yeah, diepe zucht, indeed, well said. I mean, first of all, I had a little bit of a contact moment with Lino as well, which made me have a lot of suspension damage in lap 2. And then obviously the moment with Valeriano, which I think you all saw, which was idiotic, which made my car, getting ready to throw into the bin. But otherwise, I think I would have gotten top 10 easily without the damage at least. But yeah, the first couple of corners are very tricky, and unfortunately my suspension damage was in lap 2. But yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Chris de Jong. I gave your famous retard award to Valeriano, so if that makes you any happier.
He's gonna get a collection. No, but the thing is, but
we should send them at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just get 20-30 euros, get him a proper trophy with my photo with a thumbs up in there. But,
and a turtle.
No, the thing is, I mean, I didn't even defend him. I just got the door wide open, and then he thought I'm in a 4x4. I'm just gonna clinch the curb, and he went airborne. I hope nobody else behind that got damaged though, because there were some parts there. Danny van der Niet was driving behind that, and did they sustain damage?
I
think
so.
Danny van der Niet had some contact, but doesn't necessarily have damage. Adam McQuire in the pit lane, by the way. Maybe trying to have a little bit of an undercutting advantage to his teammate Brewer in order to open up an attack, at least create some pressure to his teammate. That is nice to see, because if Adam McQuire was just a sheep here following his teammate, we maybe wouldn't have had... Exactly, that's true.
Oh no, he's gonna make that easily. Nice.
Timo Valkejärvi really close to the back of Christian Befumo at the moment, and he goes cruising by.
Oh, Lino spins into the wall.
Oh god, Timo Valkejärvi as well with... Oh damn.
With Befumo.
Yeah, with Befumo. I think Befumo wanted to go into the pits.
Yeah, and Befumo actually cutting the pit entry as well.
Oh
my god!
Yeah, Befumo braked way too late. Yeah, and it just ran into the back of Timo Valkejärvi.
That is so stupid. I mean,
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, indeed.
I have no words for that. I really have no idea what to say about that, to be honest.
This is what you would see in AMA.
Valkejärvi, his race being destroyed here by a guy who completely misjudges the situation. The leaders in the pit lane, by the way, except for Hoyer.
Yeah, Hoyer going.
To Lino. Lino now having severe suspension damage.
Oh yeah, you can see that even in the corners.
He just lost the car.
Yeah.
McQuire versus Brewer, by the way. I think McQuire's got him.
Torres
it's gonna be close.
Pits.
It's gonna be close. But Brewer just about in front of McQuire. At least McQuire now is within DRS range. This is exactly what I was talking about. With that little undercut Adam McQuire got, he is now able to put some pressure on his teammate.
Yeah, McQuire, purple last sector there. So.
And they are fighting for a podium. So.
Yeah, certainly. Lino
what
into
a
the
move
pits.
from the former, man. I mean.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, indeed. I think he will have a big problem with Bianco Stadinov after the race. Leader in the race is in the pit, Michi Hoyer. He's relatively unthreatened by it. I mean, he's just gonna do a splash and dash, and is coming out of the pit as leader again.
Lino
we have
DNF.
our retirement, I don't know, number 14 or something. We are left with 13 people in drivers in contention.
The battle to watch at the moment is certainly McGuire and Brewer. Will McGuire be able to stay with him for DRS range?
Yeah, the thing is, in DRS zone, you have like, it saves you 1/10, 1.5 tenths on the main straight, you know, so you have to be really close in there. But in order to do that, you would have to take a lot of risk into braking onto the hairpin, you know, to get as close as possible. Because then the exit, that's everything, you know.
No.
It's very tricky here to overtake, but as soon as you're close enough, then of course DRS open and there you go.
Yeah, Brewer just seems to be a little bit quicker last lap, 4 tenths quicker. First sector 2 tenths quicker than Maguire.
Yeah, he's creating a bit of a gap. But he knows he has to. He doesn't want to live under the pressure from Maguire for the whole stint. And rightly so, of course. Is Maguire still within the DRS range? Answer is no.
No.
So there we have it already. Brewer responding to his teammate and immediately again creating a gap.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a fine job, obviously, on the precious set of rubbers on the track. With 29 laps to go.
The Angelus into the pits. Gonna be close with Torres, is it? No, Torres.
No, but with Schroer it might be.
Yeah.
With Schroer it might be indeed.
No. Well,
Yeah.
No, the answer is 7. No.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, the answer is with a way better exit. So nice calculation from him there. Young Italian with 41 years old or something.
And if I want to say something, this won't happen often, but I'm gonna have to at least compliment George Chatzipantelis with something. He has been set on 2 laps right now, as he is into the pit lane, but at least he is still driving. Chatzipantelis
suspension as well, so to see.
Yeah, he has a bit of damage, but at least he is still driving. Chatzipantelis was not amused after the first couple of rounds with my commentating because I had no respect for him. So this time, Chatzipantelis, go for it.
He said the
You
same
are
thing
still
to
driving
me for some reason. I don't know. I'm always so friendly.
We are
totally not honest.
No.
Oh, but his car is looking like a mess. I mean, I thought I had bad suspension damage, but he has double it or something. But it was really frustrating because I did lose like half a second a lap or something. But by the way, do you guys think that Valeriano should be punished for that? Or is it a racing incident between me and him?
I think you have to punish... let me put it like this. I think you could consider it as a racing incident. But when you look at the circumstances of Valeriano, his racecraft and his driving, I said it before as well, he is not the kind of guy who looks like a composed driver to me usually when overtaking.
It's not the first time indeed.
Exactly, and if you keep on saying, racing incident, there will never be a time when he is going to learn it, and it only is going to cause multiple more incidents after this round as well. I think at some point you have to do something as a race director, and perhaps giving a penalty, but if it works and he learns from it, then at least it's something good. You can't keep saying racing incident and racing incident and racing incident.
Otherwise you could just intentionally lock up in turn 1, for example, and ram someone up in, It's a little bit weird, but on this rate we won't keep any drivers on the track, which would be an appalling idea as well. But hopefully things will tense up a little bit. But I agree on that fact, Jeroen. I mean, there is a line to be crossed somewhere eventually. So Hoyer 15 seconds away from his teammate Paschalis Gergis. ACR doing a fantastic job here, also in team matters. And behind that, a steady knock on the back from Daniel Brewer and Maguire here, who are working together flawlessly as well. So a little bit unfortunate to see Alvaro Torres not up in the front. He had such a good run, and especially round 1 and 2. I thought this is gonna happen for him, but it seems like he's struggling a little bit more than expected in this round. He was really frustrated not getting into Q2, and well, he might have been frustrated. I was surprised, weren't you guys?
Yeah, we were.
No money at the bookies there.
and Maguire getting into some traffic now. Shouldn't be a problem.
Now the moment where you all have been waiting for. Pit stop of Joe Nathan. Here it comes.
Ooh. Will he stay in front of
He's
Pontius though?
taking his time though. Like a gentle pit stop, like, okay, you know, no rush guys, carry on. Nice lap though. Anyway, if Adam Maguire has any podium aspirations left in his car and in his will, he has to make a run for it. We are in lap 45. The gap between him and his teammate is everly increasing.
When he makes a mistake.
Ooh, I should not have said that.
Commentator curse happening immediately. Gets past Pontius immediately again, of course. But that's not good for your tires.
Well, I definitely hope that WC and Pro will be more interesting, because it seems like things are a little bit, you know, sliding down in terms of entertainment.
Yeah,
we have to blame the drivers for it, not us, obviously. I mean, it's the drivers' fault.
And the thing is, everyone is just driving on their own, basically. I mean, the closest gap we've got on track right now.
Oh, Joe Nathan is trying to unlap himself from Schroer.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, he tried to go up the inside in turn 1. Oh, Schroer struggling on his
If he's really
rears.
that faster, I mean, sure, it's not allowed, so.
You have to make it
I
clean.
remember Hamilton on Vettel in Deutschland, what was it, 2011 or something?
Yeah.
Hamilton one lap down, fresh tires, he was like, hey Vettel, I don't care if you're leading the race, here I come. But then it's all about ego, you know? I mean, who are you? You're one lap down, you know? I'm leading the race. Oh well. I would be really happy for Michi if he would pull this one off and push victory home.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is that Hoyer is leading by such a big margin. When you look at his times though, it is relatively consistent, but not all that much to be honest.
Well, not at this stage of the race. So overtaking Bufumo as a back marker. Indeed, that is going without a problem. To be honest, I didn't practice a lot on qualifying, maybe in total 20 or 30 laps, and but I did have a really nice pace on softs. It was 19s low and super softs 18s high with a full tank. But then again, with suspension damage, you have to figure out your car again, because it's a completely different car. You know? It's like you steer a little bit better to the right, but then you have understeer going to the left, and in that aspect I have respect for what George Stephanopoulos is doing right now, driving with an undrivable car, being laps down and down and down, but he might get 10th place if other people tend to cock up.
Yarvi rejoined just in front of Bufumo, or did he?
Yeah, he did. They were side by side on the exit of the pit exit. Yarvi taking it.
He's doing 22s.
No,
he just did a 119.9.
He is doing a 19, then a 22, then a 19, then a 22 again.
Well, around about 20, 21.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's consistent in some sort.
consistently shit.
Yeah, indeed. He will agree, but the car is shit as well.
No,
with
he
that
won't
steering
agree. He
wheel
will
being
say it's
crooked.
respectless.
It's undrivable, of course. So he will know it's shit too. Well then.
Yeah, and 13 drivers left. I mean, the thing is as well, it's not like we lost something like 8 drivers at the start and stuff like that. No, we have had, I think all the cars were still driving after the end of the first lap. We had an incredibly clean start, and really we have to give props to the drivers for that as Crystal Shower comes in. But yeah, after the first couple of laps we have seen a lot of drivers. The first retirement was in fact only in lap 7 of the race. But still, to see then so many retirements is quite a shock, to be honest. 22 more laps to go.
What was a little bit shocking to me was all the drivers pitting in lap 6 and 7 and 8 and stuff. What the hell's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Are they going for an 8 stop or something? But no offense to anyone, but this is a bit boring at the moment. McGuire is coming into the pit.
Again trying an undercut.
Yeah, I guess.
Last time it almost worked.
But yeah, he has to do 21 laps now.
Not gonna make that 21 on
Nice
soft.
burnout on those. It's instantly costing him 5%. But will he come out in front of Torres?
Gonna be
That's the
close with
question.
Torres.
Oh, he's really careful there. Wow. Come on, Adam, a little bit more spirit into there.
And now he's gotta do something amazing into the chicane here, or has to wait until the back straight.
Yeah. Well, first thing I'm thinking now, if I ever get close to him in the upcoming races, you know, any dive bomb, he will go out of the way. He's so nice. He's like, Alvaro, yo, come on over, dude. Press rubber to burn behind you in the dirty air.
And of course, this is all playing in the hands of Brewer as well, who could just ease off and still be in front of him, taking home the final podium spot.
Yeah, because he's not getting closer. In fact, he's losing more time behind Alvaro because he's driving the pace of Alvaro.
Alvaro having DRS himself as well on
There's a slow car there.
This chassis Pantelis.
Oh, well, good job getting out of the way then. Now,
Why are you really close?
Guys going straight on the wall of champions, you know, and taking the shortcut in between the walls.
Oh, he's gonna wait for another lap, Adam.
Yeah, you can do it.
No, Torres had DRS because of
Chassis Pantelis.
Pantelis. Yeah.
That's weird.
So that's undercut. Yeah, gone.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely gone. Well, again, I think Adam is a rookie, and there's a lot to learn, of course.
Here he comes, though. Here he comes on the inside.
No.
What he can?
Oh!
Adam, what are you doing, babe? Seriously, that was close stuff, but he almost made it work as well. I mean, Alvaro was like, okay, I'll give you a little bit of room, but don't get cocky now. He locks up into the final chicane. Now it's a drag race here. Adam does not have DRS though.
Big wheel spin from Adam there. He does have DRS.
Not in my screen. Well, sorry for that information then. I love the wall of champions there. It's lovely to go through. Very easy this year, but also very easy to mess it up and get fucked up in the wall.
Smoking tires there from Maguire.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. I mean, he's instantly burning them up.
Especially here, if you burn those front tires too much, you're gonna lose so much. In time and in tire life as well.
Remember as well, he pitted 3 laps ago. He's gonna have to do 22 laps if he doesn't want to make another pit stop.
That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna reach the cliff. Or maybe he has a Williams engineer, you know.
To be fair, why wouldn't he go then for twice super soft again?
I don't know. But I also don't know that Williams are that stupid, you know, with that big of a budget and that much experience to instantly recognize. I mean, I'm sitting on the couch, okay, pit, you're losing time. And they're like, oh, don't care, 2 seconds, 3 seconds a lap. Oh yeah. But yeah, to talk a little bit further about real Formula 1, I'm really curious what will happen when Verstappen will go to Red Bull next year.
Yeah, let's hope.
Let's hope he will. I mean, Helmut Marko definitely hinted towards that, and that's why I'm saying that. So
it's in his contract as well, right?
Yeah, there's a clause in his contract that says he has to be promoted to it the 3rd year. Otherwise,
he will be able
he can
to
go freely. Yeah. And I think if he gets free on the market, I don't know, he has to call someone, you know, and it's settled, you know, no problem. Come here, I'll sign you up. Unfortunately for Carlos Sainz though, he could do another year in Toro Rosso as well. He's a very fantastic driver.
Valkyarvi getting closer to Danny van der Niet now.
Then he just pitted, if I am not mistaken.
That could be true.
No, lap 38.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Huh?
No, he didn't pit yet. 14 laps on these softs though, so they are pretty bored out at the moment. But I think the leaders top 3 are going to come in the coming, otherwise the next lap.
Oh, someone shot Butler is out.
He's gone.
Disconnect?
Seems like it.
Does look like it, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
there he is. So 12
all the way to 50, all the way to lap 51, and then that happens.
Yeah, George is into the pits. He's the first to go. Brewer stays out for now. Torres as well. Oh no, he's still on the back straight.
Torres doesn't have a light on. Brewer just got the final chicane. Yes, he did.
Oh, that's interesting.
Lol, what the hell was that?
He just went, okay, I need to gain some time. Let's go.
I don't know if he gained time by that.
I don't know. He's lost sector time.
What, 19-2? Not really.
No.
Leader in the pit.
Pits.
Yep, definitely. So final pit stop, of course, for Mitchy Hoyer as well.
Let's watch Georges. Let's watch that gap. It was 12 around, well no, a little bit more, around 15 seconds I believe. What is it going to be after the pit stop?
Here comes Brewer as well.
I'm already looking out for Silverstone, to be honest.
Yeah, same here, Chris, definitely.
Lovely track as well. I mean, Canada as well. I mean, that has to suit you, even if you don't like it. I mean, you're always faster on a track that you like.
So Brewer will stay out, of course, ahead of Maguire. Timo Valkyarvi and Van der Niet are battling quite hard. Van der Niet, in fact, got passed, I believe, over the course of this lap. See if Timo Valkyarvi can get back with help of the RS.
Both
Good exit out of the hairpin.
go to the pit, right?
Yes.
Danny almost stationary in there. Let's make the exit work. And George Statsapantelis is pending an open session, trying to rejoin the track or something, I don't know.
We go. Valkyarvi.
Yeah, you cannot do.
Oh,
Danny definitely outbraked Valkyarvi there.
GG. Underneath going to super softs. That's interesting.
But what does someone get if you cut the incoming chicane of the pit? Well, what's your penalty?
I don't know. I don't know if the game picks it up.
If the what? Game?
The
no,
game.
but it's of course it's not allowed. So
no.
What would be the penalty? I don't think the back of the grid.
10-second time penalty or something like that. Maybe. But of course that's for the race director to decide. Alvaro Torres and Esterno De Angelis into the pits.
Because Alvaro just did it as well. He cut it the pit as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Dion.
Valkyarvi into the pits. Watch van der Niet. Yeah, van der Niet's gonna be in front. For sure. Well, actually.
Yes. Now.
It's gonna be close. It'll be really close. Side by side here on the exit of turn.
This is some good racing. Here we go. Side by side, still into the chicane. Timo Valkyarvi is the inside.
Keep it clean.
Van der Niet still around the outside. Good battling.
Now the inside for Van der Niet.
Yeah.
Really nice racing from the two of them.
Very nice indeed. Good, well said. Yeah. Valkyarvi being put on the dirty line there, had to back out of it. But Valkyarvi almost overcutting Van der Niet. Van der Niet pitted 1 lap earlier than him. So both of these gentlemen are now on the super soft tire. And Valkyarvi will immediately get the DRS this lap again as well. Coming to the closing stages. 13 more laps to go. We're still leading 16.5 seconds to Pascalis Gergis. But this race was already decided in well, lap 4 or 5 when we were already saying that it was a bit settling down. And it has never heated up really ever since.
Valkyarvi. Nice past.
Yeah, and I do think that I'm gonna leave you two lovebirds alone for the remainder of this race. But see you guys tomorrow and have a great evening. Also to you people watching at home. And I think with you in WC tomorrow, Jeroen, we're gonna see some action, right? You're gonna promise the crowd that.
I hope so, yeah.
So that's a definitely a yes from Jeroen. It's gonna win once more. And show these twisters how it's done, right?
If you say so, Chris.
Got a nice message for Patel, who's watching, huh? Yeah. You two are good friends, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, shots fired here. No, but no, have a nice evening, gentlemen, and everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. See ya. So the closest battle currently, of course, Van der Niet and Valkyarvi are still going at it, but also De Angelis and Christoph Schoer are in a bit of a battle, which could heat up quite a lot.
Very much onto the curbs and to the grass, Christoph Schoer there. He's pushing and his tires look like they are quite old.
Yeah, and to be honest, De Angelis is a lot faster, even though he's on the harder compound. If you could figure out when Christoph pitted.
Christoph is on 11 lap old super softs, and De Angelis is on 2 laps old softs. So yeah.
Yeah, there we have it. So Christoph pitted 12 laps ago, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so twice super soft then for the final two stints. Why doesn't he pit now though? Or is he going to pit? Is the pit light on?
Pit
Yes,
light
it
on.
is. Yeah,
Yep.
there we go. That is the smart choice. So another battle erupted right in front of our eyes, I guess.
Yeah,
But
he rejoined.
that has been the case for the whole race so far, I guess.
Maybe
And now that the... Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Beck maybe. Gonna be something on the exit? Nah. Don't think so,
Well,
actually.
ACB could have him.
Yeah.
And he should, yeah.
Yep. He's on softs though.
So that is a battle then, finally. Battle for 7th place. ACB, a quiet race, I guess, after the spin in the first lap, but kept on going strongly, which is good to see. Is he having some suspension damage himself too, or let's have a look. Not really.
So. No.
No.
He's on 8 lap all the softs, so he should go to the end. Yeah, easily.
Definitely, yeah.
He did 2 stints of 19 laps with those softs, so that's easy to the end. Unless he makes a big mistake and ruins his tires. But I don't think he's going to do that.
So ACR is going to do great business at the end of the race here today. They will take over the Constructors Championship, the lead of it, taking over the lead from Netrex, and Hoyer will most likely be taking the championship lead of Alvaro Torres. If it stays like this, of course, but it does look like it will stay like this with 9 more laps to go. But maybe these drivers, their concentration levels are starting to drop a little bit as the race goes on as well, which yeah, is something you want to prevent, of course, as a driver, but sometimes it can slip in, especially when you have driven in the lead, for what is it, 50 laps, and has had a lead of about an average of 12 seconds.
At least, yeah.
But ACR is doing a good job. But let's also not forget about OFR, who are currently in 3rd and 4th, and remembering as well that ACR and OFR are sister teams. You could say indeed that those two teams have been working together very well over the course of the last couple of weeks to put together this result.
Yeah, certainly. Great result for them. Battle for P7 still not over. Heesterbeek got a defend from Schroer. And he is pretty close now. Of course, the back straight is the main place for overtaking. So this exit is crucial for Schroer, and Heesterbeek spinning almost there. And that caused Schroer to back off a little bit, and that cost him a second at least.
Are you a good singer, Felix, maybe?
No, let's
Maybe
no.
you could sing a little bit of a song for us, try to keep us entertained. Or we could also call the world now to do a rain dance or something down in South Africa. But yeah, maybe you have a nice song you could sing?
No, not really.
No?
Sorry. You maybe?
Well, of course I'm a fantastic singer, but yeah, this is not the right category of YouTube videos to or broadcast to.
Okay.
Singing, of course.
No.
Paschalis also started to fall in the clutches of Brewer a little bit, but he has picked up the pace, so he responded, I think. Yeah. But that is also settled. Everything is so settled and done. And the only thing really is McQuire, who has to do.
Yeah, he is now
22
7
laps?
laps. Let's see how long he is on those tires. He's 13 laps on his tires now. And still has to do 7, so he has to do 20. It is possible.
It is possible, yeah. But Torres is 7 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
So Torres could be a little bit of a threat, especially because Torres is on a super soft tire and currently 1.2 seconds per lap quicker than McQuire. And I think Adam McQuire could be struggling a little bit towards the end too, of course, because his tires will be quite old by then. So it's, not necessarily over yet for fourth.
No, certainly not.
Which is at least something encouraging for us, as Shower again right on the back of Heestebeek. This time closer than he has ever been though. This is the time to strike, I think, for Christoph.
Sure. Just make sure you've got a good exit here. He's really close to the back of him now. Ooh. A lot of wheel spin there from Schroer. Here we go. Tries to go around the outside now. Ooh, onto the grass a bit. Almost loses it. Keeps it together on the exit.
Oh.
Lots of oversteer.
Lots of hosting indeed. There's not a lot of top speed in that car from Schroer. Oh wow. He's revving out at 334 kilometers an hour. Completely revving out as well.
Oh wow, that's...
So that's, he closes up the first couple of meters of the straight, but then he hits the rev limiter and cannot close up those extra few meters which he does need to make an overtake stick.
Yeah.
That is what is hurting him a little bit, I think.
Yeah, quite a lot, I think. I mean, especially with the track with so long straights.
Mm-hmm.
Top speed is quite crucial.
It is vital,
fast.
yeah, definitely.
And with these cars, especially with the boost setting, you can defend if you have a good top speed. But here we go again. Will he be able to do it this time? Quite far back now, though.
No, he's not gonna do it.
No, maybe on the exit of turn or the last turn.
No.
No, not close enough for that.
What I would like to point out, by the way, is that McQuire... Ooh, Christoph. Brakes
Don't do a
late.
Massa.
No, exactly. Oh, Massa and Perez indeed. Good point. No, but McQuire has set his personal best lap of the race, and I find that really remarkable, considering the where those tires have exactly. So props to McQuire. He also probably knows that Alvaro Torres is closing up a little bit in his mirrors, and he decides to respond and really take my hat off for McQuire to put in a lap like that 1:18.0, considering the circumstances he's in right now. Excuse me.
Yeah. Brewer and Georges, though, that gap is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I think Georges is just going to cruise it home as well. 4 more laps.
Yeah,
nothing will change there. Christoph again. Quickly go on board with Christoph. So he opens up his DRS right now. Has the boost setting enabled most likely, and then there's
33,
the
yeah.
limiter.
Most guys go up to 30, 40. Ooh, whoa! He hit the wall. And that's suspension.
Damage.
Really, yeah, that's race over for him. Gonna retire that.
Okay.
Oh, that's really unfortunate for him.
He is mad with that.
Yeah. That is.
We have seen him before, Felix, where he had so much oversteer on the exit of the final corner. And this time he gets called out by it.
Just too much oversteer, and the Ball of Champions is a yeah,
An unforgiving wall.
yeah, certainly.
Definitely, yeah. Just 11 drivers then left. That is about 48% of what started.
Yeah, 23 starters and 11 finishers. It's a shame to see.
I'm not gonna lie, but I personally would be glad if this race was over. I have rarely seen this boring races. Of course, I have to be realistic and honest. This has been a relatively boring race. My first commentary for Ace was in the first race of 2014 Bahrain, but it doesn't happen that I see them this boring. As Christian Bufumu goes out of the way of Torres. Bufumu, of course, who made contact with, who was it before? Was it Severly? When pitting? No, was it Severly probably? Was it someone
no.
else? Was it Van der Niet?
Yes, sadly we got called out by the accident of somebody else, but I quite frankly don't remember.
No, I don't remember either. Oh yeah, Valky Arvi.
Oh yeah. Okiarvi just outbraked, then ran into the back, or well.
All the way around.
Yeah.
Bufumu in the back of Valky Arvi, yeah. So lots of things we have seen today, lots of things DM Costadino, the race director, is gonna have to look at himself as well. There's still a front wing lying even in the grass of the exit of turn 4.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of the carnage still visible. A lot of cars have been wrecked.
Yeah, luckily it's not as bad as it was in 2014. Who?
Van der Niet without a front wing.
Oh, so maybe that was the front wing you saw.
Yes, it may have well been, actually, thinking about it.
Normally it's clean off.
Yeah, it gets
after.
despawned, yeah.
Let's see what happened. Turn 4, yes,
It should be turn 4 then, right?
Yeah, on the exit of the first chicane, just got onto that curb, onto the grass behind that curb, a little bit too much, gets wheel spin, oversteer, and into the wall it is. That's front wing gone.
10 more drivers, if you count out Van der Niet.
Yeah,
But he is still going on, of course.
he's going to try and
But 7 drivers on the lead lap. Crazy to see it. And the gaps between the drivers are crazy as well.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's all thanks to Hoyer as well, who is currently on his final lap.
By the way, yeah, it's the
Hoyer.
final lap.
Yeah, Hoyer has done an amazing job, and he is the guy who will take all credit, and rightly so. 20.8 seconds, the gap to the next car, and Hoyer can be incredibly happy with this win. It's going to be vital for him, not only to be, having the momentum with him of win streaks as he crosses the line, but also for the championship. He is right now leading this championship after 4 rounds, and it's a long way now for Paschalis Gergers to come home as well. In second and Brewer in third. Here comes Paschalis Gergers, teammate of Mitchie Hoyer, and so it's an ACR 1-2. Brewer following it up.
Wire coming up to the last chicane now. Great performance and debut for him in Ace, 4th position, just outside the podium, but
Yeah,
still good points.
Exactly, can definitely be happy. Championship leader, or previous championship leader, Torres in 5th after starting from 11th, so still credit for Torres as well, climbing 6 positions. And as for De Angelis, will come home in 6th, Heestebeek in 7th. And Joe Nathan has spun on the exit of the final chicane just to top it all off. But he is also going to see the flag soon. Oh, he makes a few more burnout. What?
Please,
What?
Joe, at least finish. You've made it so far. You're 2 laps down. The finish line is just a bit further. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, and now you can do everything you want, Joe. What the fuck, man? Come on. Okay, this Heestebeek. And he crosses the line right now. 70 laps completed. after this, yeah, what shall we call it? A dull race, I guess.
Yeah, you could call it like that. In the start, it was pretty much decided after 10 laps. But yeah, a bit too much action for some guys, maybe. At least the action wasn't fulfilled with clean action. A bit too much unclean action, if you ask me. But race director is going to look into that in the coming days, and yeah, we'll see that in the post checks. What will be the decision of him? But yeah, great win for ACR today, and I think it's time to close it off now.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, I would be happy to close it off and take a little bit of a break. But yeah, an eventful race as well in some stages, with a lot of drivers making some personal errors. Definitely something which we would like to see improving. But yeah, I mean, a dull race. That wraps it up for me, to be honest.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
So I guess we'll close it off here. Felix, I would like to thank you for
you
joining me. And yeah, if I would have done this solo commentary, then you may as well have had no commentary, because I would have yeah, been asleep for the last 20 laps. But luckily I had you alongside. So yeah, once again, thanks for that. I thank Mike Partington as well, who was supposed to race today. Or well, yeah, supposed to race is a bit too much, but who was in this championship, of course, before, but has moved to WC. We will see him back tomorrow. That's for sure, though. So once again, thanks to Mike for broadcasting. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, despite the dull race. We said it before, but this is it for us, and we hope to see you next time. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Pro and WC, the World Championship spectacle, also going to kick off. I say, yeah, good night and see you tomorrow.
See you.